Hi, my name is Gerry and I am a twin troller boat owner. Recently, I loaded the boat onto the trailer from the water, and as you can see, by accident, I knocked the skeg off. It was on top of the bunk instead of between the two bunks. I tried to push it over, I should have lifted it, and what it did was popped it off sideways. This is the skeg off the bottom of my twin troller. In new boats, when a twin troller comes to you, it does no longer have this skeg on the bottom of the boat. The reason this is there was before we had reverse pitch propellers on the left or the port side of the boat. Then the boat tracking was off to the right because of the torque. I replaced that propeller with the reverse pitch, and all new boats come with that on it. You can see on here that the screw tore right out of the plastic, and I even lost the other screw. So I contacted David and Frank from Freedom Electric and asked them what I should do, how I should repair that, and what I should use. And they told me that since they no longer even have that on the boat when you buy a boat new, because of the reverse pitch trolling motor, that I should just take it off completely and seal that hole, or seal the two holes. So I asked Frank what to use, and he said to use this product. It's called 3M Marine Adhesive Sealant. Now, he recommended that I use the Fast Cure in a 5200. This is a 4200. The 5200 is something that you would use to do a permanent repair, that you're never going to take it out. If you were putting screws in the bottom of the hull and you wanted to seal that and then someday possibly take it back out, you'd use the 4200 because it is non-permanent. It doesn't completely harden. This one is white in color, and it's rated either permanent or removable, and there's 3 circles in between. So this is dead center in the middle, so it's partially removable. If I got the 5200, it would say right here that it was a permanent. I don't want to do that. But these, both of them, are rated for above and below the water, which is what you want, so that water does not infiltrate into the hull of the boat, and then you'd have problems down the road. I bought it in a tube form. It can come with a gun that you'd use a caulking gun with. This is all I need, and the reason why I'm putting in the 4200 is it's permanent enough for me, and someday I may use it for another application, where if I got the 5200 just to fill those 2 holes, I would waste buying this whole thing and couldn't use it on, say, a screw that I wanted to maybe take back out. This goes on the end. It's a little tube. You cut off the end of the tube, and it'll come out in a smaller amount, whatever you want it to do. I'm going to do that to mine, and I just wanted to show you, because there may be people like you that have this skeg that you don't want it anymore, or you may have done what I've done and knocked it off, and this is how you'd repair it. You would also use the same application in repairing some other reason that you put a hole in the bottom of the boat, hopefully on purpose, but sometimes by accident. Let's go underneath the boat, and then we could see what happens, how I put it on. I am now underneath the boat, and you can see the 2 holes from the 2 screws that were pulled out of the bottom of the boat. It's not a major deal. They aren't giant holes, but I don't really want to leave these to let water go into the hull. So I'm kind of taking this little bit of material off and pushing it in just a little bit to make it sit in there a little bit better. And then I'll fill that in. Try to make it flush so that when the material goes in from the adhesive, I don't have a bump here. And that's not too bad right there. Okay. I installed the piece on the end, but those are tiny holes, as you can see. So I'm going to nip off just the very end here to let just a small amount of material flow. I'm going to work on this one first. Put it up right up tight against it. Squeeze it real hard, trying to inject this stuff up inside. And I'll make a little dab there. I'll do the same to this one. And then just gonna rub it around to make it a good seal over that opening. And while it's still wet, I'm just going to rub off any extra that's on the bottom of the boat. Who's really going to see it? And we're good. And I'm just going to let it sit. And I believe that's all I need to do. You may be wondering where I got the adhesive. I bought this on Amazon. It was about $15 and some change.
Wow.
Shipped to the house. You can get it other places, but that's where I got it.
Oh.
This is the tube, and I only cut off the very, very tip of this because I wanted a small amount to come out. And let me show you what comes out. See how small that little bead is on the end? That's what I wanted it to do. I didn't really want to get a whole blob coming out at once. I wanted to try to push it up into those tiny little holes. What am I going to do with this now? Well, I'll unscrew this. I'll put the cap on to keep the rest of the tube from drying out. I'll take a toothpick or something and try to get out as much of that material as I can to make a hole all the way through. Because when it finally hardens, I don't want it to be in the way if I want to use this again, and that's what I'll do. So if you ever have a problem, or even above the water line, you're putting a screw in someplace, mounting something, put this stuff in, 3M adhesive, marine adhesive, 4200. It's designed for you to be able to semi-permanently install it, but you can take it back out. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. If you like my video, feel free to subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, don't bother. Have a nice day. Bye now.